Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Alice Balo and this is Lifestyle Chats. Please go ahead and like, subscribe, share and leave a comment for us to see. Please go ahead and download our Bell Beauty app. You'll find different trends, fashion and everything beauty on our beautiful app. So, on this episode, we have an amazing lady. She's an entrepreneur, she is a mother, she is somebody who is doing something very beautiful here in Kampala, and I would love for her to introduce herself. Welcome, Diana, to Lifestyle Chats. Please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Thank you, Alice. Thank you for having me here today. Yeah. So my name is Diana Kagimba. I'm the proprietor of Ruby's Gift Store. We are a Christian and inspirational gift shop. We have an online store and we're also based in Chisasi. I'm a mom, like you said.
Yes.
I'm a wife. I've been married to Jesse Kagimba for 10 years now, going on 11.
Wow, you don't look like it.
That's good. We have 3 children, an 8-year-old, a 5-year-old, and almost 1-year-old. Yeah, so I am coming out of the throes of having a newborn. Yes, I'm a telecom engineer by profession.
Okay.
I practiced for 7 years and then jumped out of it to become an entrepreneur, sort of by accident.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to have some time, to take care of the children. After spending a year at home and, trying to grow my business, there was no turning back. Yeah, so that's a bit of who I am. I'm also a Christian. I serve in the church as a children's teacher. I've been a children's teacher for I don't even know how many years. So many. But it's something that I really enjoy.
Yes.
That's a lot about me.
Wow, it's a pleasure to meet you. I've been to your store once.
Yeah.
I think
we're waiting for you to come back.
Like 1 or 2 years ago, but I'm going to come back. I think one of the things that I loved about your store, it's Christian and it has all these beautiful things that somebody can purchase and gift or keep for themselves.
Yeah.
So today, Diane, I would like for you to tell us more about business, the processes and the systems. Like, what should somebody know to be able to, maybe start up a business? How can they go ahead to do that? Maybe they're afraid to do so. They don't know what to do, how to start. It's scary. Give us some pointers.
Okay. So one of the things is, I think because of my background in engineering and, having seen the side of what technology can do for you, I'm very passionate about systems and processes in a business. Also, because my motive was not to run a business and be employed by the business. I wanted the business to be able to run on its own. I knew that I needed to have systems and processes in place so that the business can run independent of me, and then I would have time to do everything else, mostly to take care of the family. So one of the things that even you should know as a business owner, you've started a business, is that you are not creating the business to be an employee. You're creating a business to give employment to other people. So if you create a business and you're the one who is doing everything, there is a problem. Remember, you're not the employee in the business. You're sort of like the stakeholder. So to be able to do that, that's where the systems and processes come in. And really, what is that? A process is really like a step-by-step procedure or way of doing things. So what are the things that are going on in your business? So could it be marketing? Could it be handling customers? How orders are processed and fulfilled? How finances are handled? All those are processes. And then the systems are really the tools that you would use to facilitate those processes. So for example, if it's how orders are fulfilled. So let's say you have a product business and you're selling products to the customer. How are they going to move from your shop finally to the customer? So even when you start the business, maybe in the beginning it might be, you're trying out things here and there, and that's eventually even how you come up with the process. So you try different things and then you finally see what is the smoothest way, the most efficient way of doing things. So you want your product to come from the from your shop to the end customer. So how will they know what products you have available? That's a process.
Yes.
What will they use to find out what products are available? So for our instance, we have a website.
Yes.
So a customer wants to know what products we have available. They can go to the website to see what's available, to see how much it costs. So now they know what's available. How do they place an order? So that's another process. So you come to the website, you know what's available, you know how much it is, but to place an order, you have to click some buttons,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So it could be they could order through WhatsApp, or they could order through our website. So let's give a scenario of when they order through WhatsApp. They come, do you have this available? Yes. How much is it? You tell them. Would you like it? Yes. Where should I deliver it to? You know, you have that conversation. How do I pay? You let them know how to pay. Call maybe a delivery person, maybe a border man. He comes, he picks it up and takes it to the customer.
Yes.
That is one process.
Yeah.
But look at how much you have gone through in terms of time, even in terms of effort. Let's say the customer thinks of they want this product at 11 p.m., but you're asleep.
Yes.
What happens? They'll send a hi and have to wait until morning to get a response. But imagine it's on an app like the Bella Beauty app, or imagine if it's on our website. They will come, see what they want, make some clicks, make a payment, and then morning comes, they can get a delivery, because you will be able to come and see, oh, so and so has placed an order. This is their name, this is their contact, this is their delivery location. So all of that is a process. Okay.
Yes.
So for me, a business needs to have systems and processes in place to even ease work for the business, so that in case of having to, instead of having to go through that back and forth, what's available, how much is it, and all of that, you have a website which is handling your order fulfillment, so that it is off of the human being, but it's onto it's technology which is handling the order fulfillment process. So that's one example of a process. Or it could be the finances. So a finance system. When you make expenses in the business, maybe you pay for electricity, or you pay for water, or you pay for all of that. You could note them down in a book, but you could probably forget.
Yes.
But or you could have a system where you put in those expenses. Let it total up those expenses at the end of the month. All you have to do is see the summation, as opposed to writing here and writing there and writing all over the place. Or you could even forget.
You could easily lose the book.
You could easily lose the book.
Yes.
Maybe you're moving in a taxi, you drop it somewhere. But if you have a system that is doing it for you, then it lessens even the chance of errors when you have that kind of system. So even for us, we had to move away, because I remember when we didn't have a financial system, what was happening is, if I felt tired, I would not write. But if you have a system, it's not about being tired. You will be able to input all those details. Or if I know there was an expense, but I'm like, I'll write it when I reach home, or when I settle down. But you'll probably forget. So even a system like that, a finance system, so that you're able to track all your income, all your expenses, so that if a payment is made, it is reflected directly on the system without you having to enter anything. You're removing that manual element of doing things to make it automatic, so that you're lessening even how much effort you have to put in. Because the more effort you have to put in, it will be a bigger strain on you, or you'll have to even employ more people, which is going to now even increase on the expenses of the business. Or you're going to have to put in a lot more effort, and that's going to make even the business like a drag. Like, it will be too much work for you that eventually you give up and you're like, this business is not working. And it's not that the business is not working, but it's because of the way that you're doing the business. And I found that many times businesses close, not because there were no customers, but because of the processes in the business that made it difficult for the business owner to keep up, because you have too much work to do that you can't keep up, and you're like, you know what? Or because you're trying to do all of it, you start getting loopholes. Maybe customers are all trying to reach you on WhatsApp. They can't reach you because you're dealing with this one, dealing with that one. In the end, it's too much. People get frustrated and they don't contact you anymore. But if you had a system in place that they don't have to directly contact you, many people can log onto the website. Many people can log onto the app at the same time just to find out what is there.
Yes.
Without having directly to come to you. But imagine 20 people going onto the website or going onto the app to check what is there. Just to check.
Yes.
They're not even ordering. They're just trying to find out what is there.
Yes.
Is much better than those 20 people coming, calling and texting to find out what is available. So that's the difference that it makes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is truly a very big difference
Yeah.
from the normal WhatsApping, and maybe somebody calling you might even miss a phone call from a person. But on a website, it's very easy for you to be able to place an order, and then eventually the system is able to, bring your product at the doorstep.
Yeah.
Wow, that is very, very very mind-blowing, very interesting. I believe in this day and era, we really need to adapt to the new technology and the way things are working. So when it comes to employees, how are we able to implement and help them, do the processes and the systems of a given organization, of a given business? How best can we do that?
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the things is to document the process. So document the process and have a step-by-step procedure on how the different things are done. So whatever procedure you have in your business, document it. If it's how to answer calls, document how to answer calls. How to place an order, document how to place an order. If it's when we receive stock in the shop, document what we do. We receive the stock, we enter the invoice in a certain way. This is how we do the stock taking. Lay it all down so that even just when you get a new employee, you orient them with that document. And for me, this is what has worked for me. So just last year, I had an employee leave, and we have like one full-time staff, and then we have a number of part-time people. So the full-time staff was leaving. And she was leaving a few days before I was giving birth. So it meant I wouldn't have time to orient this new person.
Yes.
But good enough, we had our processes documented. So I gave her the documents to read.
Yes.
And when I came back, she was like, these documents were so helpful because they detail everything that she would have to do. So document the processes, but then have time for training and retraining. Go through them step by step. This is how things are done. This is how you log into the system. Give them their own credentials. Make sure everyone has their different credentials to enter a particular system, if it's like an online system, and then walk them through so that they know exactly how it works. Review and see, have they been able to implement these processes well? Do they understand them? And then keep retraining, keep going through over and over with them to help them to understand. And then you need to make the employee appreciate why we do things a certain way. So if it's we don't accept cash on delivery, orders must be paid for online. Why? Otherwise, when they come and they start working, they don't understand. And if they don't understand, they probably won't do it. So help them to appreciate the processes that you put in place, appreciate the system that you put in place, so that when they come on board, they will do them well because they understand and they appreciate them. So that's what I would say.
Okay. So how long have you done this type of using technology, the websites and all that? What were the challenges that you faced maybe at the beginning? And things looked crazy. You're like, okay, am I going the right direction? So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. So I started the business in 2018.
Okay.
And then 2019 it began to grow, but 2020 we got a lot of growth. And because of that, I could no longer.
During COVID
that was
time.
during COVID. Okay. But it was mostly 2019. So December actually 2019, we got lots of orders during the Christmas period. And by that time we were doing manual receipts. I wrote so many receipts that by January I did not want to look at a receipt. So I knew that manual receipts had to go. We had to digitize them. And one of the ways to digitize was to use a website, because if someone orders from the website, all you need to do is print out the receipt. Or even if it's coming, by that time we didn't have a physical shop, but even with a physical shop, we create the order online and then just have to print out a receipt without having to write it down. So imagine having to write, I don't know, like 50 receipts in a day.
Yes.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
But just printing it out, you can manage that.
Yeah.
So for me, that was one of the things. So after 2019, so 2020 is when we launched the website in March.
Yeah.
And that now removed the manual receipting. But one of the things that I saw is that the business grew as a result of putting in that ordering process of using the website rather than using WhatsApp.
Yes.
Why? More people were able to access us. So even just from a Google search, people were able to find the business.
Yeah.
People who were contacting us maybe in the night or on a Sunday when maybe the phone is off or whatever, were able to contact us. I didn't have to send people pictures to know what was available.
Yes.
They simply could go to the website and see every single thing that was available, see the price. You know, sometimes people fear to ask for the price.
Yes.
And will not buy because they fear that it's even too expensive. But if they can already see the price, then they can go ahead and place an order. So it opened us up to even more people just having the website. And also many people definitely appreciated that this was an easier way of doing. It was an easier way. The second was we were not using a financial system.
Yes.
So like I said, I would write expenses when I felt like it, when I was in a good mood, feeling, feeling serious. But now with a system, and I had to be accountable, if we've said this is the income that we have, where did the money go?
Yeah.
So I had to put in all the expenses. Even if it was 100 shillings, it had to be there. But that's because there was a system. When there's no system, nobody knows how much money is there, So so all the expenses, all the income had to be there. Even before, if I made a sale and I felt a certain way, I would not write it down.
Yeah.
But with the system, you're accountable because even an accountant is going to come and review it and you have to say where exactly the money went. Or if a product is missing, where did it go? And that was another thing, even just managing the inventory, because it needs to be a system to manage the inventory. You bought 20 books.
Yes.
We have 10 books in the store. Where did the 10 go?
Yes.
So there has to be an accountability of the inventory. So if they were not sold, where did they go? Or we say the system shows we sold 8, but there are 10 left. Where did the others go? So then maybe they got damaged. The system should show that these books got damaged. So just even tracking the inventory was something that we needed to do, because sometimes you think you have stock, but you actually don't have.
You've run out of the stock.
You've run out.
Yeah.
Or you think you have, all I need to go is to go to the system, not go to the cupboards and start opening up and checking and counting every day. The system is able to show me directly how much we have.
Yeah.
But another benefit that I saw is that it helped to know how to restock.
Yes.
It helped to know which products are doing well and which ones are not. Because if I look at the report for the month, because the financial system will give a report at the end of the month.
Yeah.
So if I look at the report and it says maybe Bibles sold the most, I'm like, okay, so maybe people actually want Bibles more than anything else.
Yeah.
Then I see journals also sold a lot. Okay, maybe I should stock more of journals. Then maybe I used to really love home decor.
Yeah.
I still do.
Yes.
But when it comes to sales, people don't really love it. So I'm always looking home decor, buy home decor, but it's not selling.
Yeah.
The reality comes in the report.
Yes.
So when I see in the report that I still have a lot, what am I doing buying?
Yes.
You see?
Yeah.
So it informs my business decisions, not to just shop on a whim or what I feel looks nice, but to shop what actually the customer needs. And it has informed a lot of my decisions, even products which, I'd never thought that we should stock Bibles, because I felt there's so many shops in Kampala selling Bibles. People have Bibles. Like, how many Bibles are you going to have? But it was shocking that Bibles were always among the top sellers.
Yeah.
And I had to make my peace and say, you know what, let me follow what the business data is telling me, and not what I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's another thing that it helped me to transition, because I was also in that place of people asking, asking for something. Before I know it, it has run out, and I had not planned to restock, because I didn't really know. I was just seeing that there's a box with stock, or the cupboard has stock, but I don't know what exactly is
It's
inside there.
inside there.
Yeah.
Wow. So what about somebody who is out there, they're doing everything manually and they would love to go into the technology way of doing things, but they're scared that technology, what if my things crash? What if I lose all this information?
Yeah.
What advice would you give them?
Okay. First of all, I think we need to change our mindsets. We really need to change our mindset, because even now we still find people who are like, what if I make a payment and it captures my data or it steals my money? But that has never happened.
Yeah.
And even if it does, you can trace it back and recover.
Yeah.
So we just need to first of all have a change of mindset.
Mindset.
And stop fearing. We need to stop fearing, but also to look to do some research and
Yes.
find platforms that have been tried and tested, that people have used, that big businesses are using. So if those big businesses can use them,
Yeah.
why should we be afraid? Okay.
Yeah.
So do some due diligence, do some research, so that you have more confidence when you're getting onto these systems. Another thing that people fear is that it will cost too much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will cost too much, but that's not necessarily true. And also you need to think of the cost that you're going to incur to use this system, as opposed to the cost that you're going to incur
when you
in terms
don't
of
use
your
them.
time. Yes, in terms of your time, in terms of lost customers, in terms of lost sales. I mean, you will lose in other ways.
Yeah.
So it's better off using them. I will give an example of the e-commerce platform that we use.
Okay.
When we started out, we were paying about maybe $30, which is like 100,000.
Yes.
So I counted that as rent. We were not using any physical shop. So I mean, if I were, which shop am I going to pay 100K?
I know.
You
True.
get- you
Yes.
see? So it's like, let me count this as rent.
Yes.
So of course, when we started adding other things, the cost kept increasing, but it increases as the sales were increasing, and it was
Yeah.
still able to cover the cost. So it's really not that expensive.
Yeah.
Even the financial system that we used, we first used one which was offline for maybe a year or two,
Yeah.
and until we outgrew it.
Yes.
And so that time, that one I think even was free. Then the online one which we got, even that one we don't pay too much. I don't know if it reaches even like 200K per month.
Yeah.
So as the business grows, it will be able to cater for these costs. But also you have to think of what is it saving me
Okay.
in, that I would have to pay if I didn't use it. So if I didn't use this financial system, maybe I'd have to pay extra people to be able to do the work that it's doing, or I would have to put in my own time, which is also an expense. Because the whole point of running a business is so that I can have freedom of time for
Yes.
myself. So if it's not doing that, then I have to come in, which is a problem for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, technology eases my work.
Yeah.
That I don't even need to go to the shop. I just open my laptop. In fact, even some of these apps, you can just look on the phone, or use a tab and see exactly what's happening. You can see the sales for that day, you can see the profits, you can see what expenses have been incurred, you can see everything. So even if you've traveled, even wherever it is you are, as long as you have an internet connection, you can be able to access. And like, who doesn't want that?
I know, right?
Yeah.
It makes life way easier.
Yes.
And, sometimes people will think that, the way of doing things, this particular way is the best, and yet we are growing, we're evolving.
Yeah.
So I think it would be really, really nice to adapt and not be fearful, and just put your hands up and you're like, you know what? Let me give my 100% to this technology systems and processes.
Yeah.
So is there like some sort of classes that you would advise people to attend so that they can be able to, get this information better and learn how to use a website, learn how to use a financial statement system?
Yeah. So I can't say that there are particular classes that I know of.
Yeah.
But I believe that when you're looking for something,
you'll find it.
You will find it. You will find it. Because I think for me, when I was looking for how we could launch a website, I just landed on somebody who could design it for us.
Okay.
And then when he did the design, he was able to train us how to use it. The financial system, you know, someone just sent me a link of somebody who was going to do a training. I went and I attended the training, and you know, that was it. I mean, even how Lifestyle Chats has these monthly meetups,
Yes.
you know, those are all opportunities to learn.
Yeah.
So you hear something, do a bit of research, get more information. Yeah, because sometimes, you know, the answers will not come to you. You have to go
Yes.
looking for them.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have to be more well informed. We
Yeah.
have to be having that heart to go and find these classes,
Yeah.
do research,
Yeah.
check it out, ask questions
Yeah.
from those who are doing it. And I think that makes life easier. So, how can we ensure that we don't only look at maybe what the customers need using these systems? Maybe there's something that you really want to also place there for them to be able to engage and purchase. How can somebody work around that?
Social media came for us. Yeah, social media came for us to help us with that. That if you're an online business and you might never really actually meet the customer, you can engage with them online. So how? Through the social media platforms, whether it's WhatsApp or Instagram or YouTube, and now even email. So those are some of the platforms. So personally, for us, we mostly use Instagram and email marketing. So we'll come onto Instagram and engage with our customers, talk to them, do giveaways, do quizzes, you know, so that the customers get to know us and we get to know them. Like we have a conversation to the extent that we have got to actually make friends with people that we have met online. You know, just chatting with them, you know, they engage with our content like that. Emails. At least we try to send an email once a week. It doesn't always happen, but we try to do it. And even just to get their email addresses is because we're able to use these the website. So when somebody orders on the website, they can give us their email address, and we're able to email them. So when we email them, sometimes the customers respond. And they will respond and they'll be like, oh, thank you for that encouragement, or whatever it was. So that's how we stay in touch with our customers and engage with them. One of the other things that I've found helpful is doing events, physical events, if you have a physical shop. So we've done 2 events, 2023 and 2024. So in those events, we invite customers over, we have drinks, we have eats. Maybe we do a sale, and then people come and we meet them, we talk to them, they give us their feedback, you know, we hear what they have to say. So that kind of interaction has been very helpful. And then also I will personally try to be at the shop during peak hours. So like maybe Saturday evening or Friday afternoon, where I know that many customers are going to be coming in. I try to come in. I meet them, I talk to them, and it's amazing. People will really talk to you, and even when they've seen you on social media, you feel like they know you. So that's how we've managed to stay in touch with them, so that even if a customer maybe has just ordered online and they have never even come to the shop, we will meet on the street and they will recognize us because of social media. So we really need to take advantage of some of those platforms. They've been helpful.
I love that.
So it's not like we are hands off. Because now there is some system that you can use to order. We still need to
be
have
hands
that.
on. That's one-on-one with people. Oh, wow, I love that. Now, I would love to know, off topic, what are like 2 things that you really, really look forward to do this 2025?
2025. Okay. Off topic. 1, to have more time for myself. Because last year I was baby. I was in babyland. I like to say that. So I look forward to having more time to myself. This year. Second thing that I would like to do this year, read lots of books. I love to read, and I hope to read lots of books this year.
Like how many?
20 is the goal.
I'm cheering you on.
I'm on
cheering
number
you
3 now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good job.
there's hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's lovely. Thank you so much for coming and joining us today in this episode. I would love for you to give our viewers a word of encouragement, your closing remarks. What would you want to tell them?
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
So my closing shots. If you have not started a business and you're watching this and you'd like to start one, start.
Yeah.
You know, start today. Start small. Start something. Even if it's maybe writing a business plan or writing ideas of what you could possibly do, start. Why? Because growing a business takes time. The earlier you start, the better for you. If you're already running a business and maybe it's not going so well, hang in there. Don't give up too soon. And if it's going well, keep up the pace. Don't now slow down because you feel like things are good. Yeah, keep it on, and we'll all meet at the top. Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Diana. Thank you so much for what you've shared with us. The systems and processes using technology. Let's be able to adapt. Let's be able to learn, go for these business small talks, seminars, and the alike, so that you can be able to gain more knowledge. And till next time, thank you so much for watching, and
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.